Hey, TheElastic here, back with our Hades series. Working on the epilogue still, getting ever closer to building full favor. Today we're going to be taking a look at the aspect of
Let's test the
Rama,
bond between us.
the hidden aspect on Coronach the Heartseeker, the bow here. So, Rama is a cool, flexible. All of the hidden aspects have a unique addition, we'll say. So, Rama is changed in that the bow,
Chiron.
the standard bow, you charge up a long, thin.
That's the stuff.
It charges very quickly, and then has various effects on the special. Rama takes a lot longer and builds a big, thick boy.
Now that's what I call getting shot by arrows.
It deals a lot of damage on the hit. The other thing is on the special. So the special shoots a whole bunch of little bouncy pew-pews. When it hits an enemy, it marks them with that marker that you see above Skelly. And that is called shared suffering. Any enemy that is hit with the special gets shared suffering. And then anytime my attack deals damage, see it says 180 there, to a target, anybody that has shared suffering takes additional damage. You see the green numbers jumping up next to the attack.
Anyways.
So you can kind of spray this into a crowd and then do this, and it's going to deal additional damage. And it would work if there were more targets. You could tag this guy and then shoot something over here, and then this guy would still take the shared suffering damage. So let's try and do a run. Ideally, because we have such a big, hard-hitting special, we want to take something that has a high attack damage percentage, a high percentage-based boon for the attack. And so I'm tempted to take Aphrodite, but we've done so many runs where I pick one specific thing that I want to start with, and then because we don't have the boon rerolls unlocked in the mirror yet, I don't get it right off the rip, and we're kind of just drifting for a few chambers. I'm going to take Artemis's Adamant Arrowhead instead of Aphrodite's Eternal Rose, because there's more options here. If I don't get Artemis's attack, it's fine. Her dash strike is good with this bow. We can make her special work for this bow. Like, there's plenty that we can do. We have the Dark Thirst, so I think I'm going to repeat a heat condition here. We'll just run at 4 for now to try and build more darkness. As I'm remembering, there is something coming up that I'm going to need a whole little stash, so I should probably stop dumping it all into the mirror right away.
Well,
but we'll worry about that as it comes up.
Forget about the surface, boy. You are not missing much. Here we have warmth and wealth, stability. Up there, nothing of the sort.
It's nice to visit anyhow.
So we jump in Artemis here.
Hey, look at that. The message must have worked. Practically can see that shiny bow from here. I've never wielded Coronach myself, at least not yet. Though, if the fates are sending visions to me of its past or future bearers, why, I guess I'm bound to get my shot eventually.
Perhaps you are. Alright, so we will take... It's funny that the one of these that I didn't want is the epic one. I think we will take the dash strike and kind of keep our options open here. The dash strike on the bow does work. It's just about timing it. You have to do the dash into charging the shot. But it will increase the percentage. So you can see I marked those two. I'm going to shoot
Get dead.
the one that I didn't mark, and then the other two are going to take the shared suffering damage. Now, if I mark all of them... Well, that didn't work because they're dying. If I mark all of them and then shoot into multiple targets that have shared suffering, it deals bigger shared suffering damage since multiple things got hit. Let's go ahead and take a look at hammers. Hammers will be a very fun way to alter the way that this plays. My current favorite is if you get... Well, let's just see what we get. Okay, so point blank shot is actually one of the ones that I like the most for this. Because it charges so slowly, and the charge on it starts close to you, it's much easier to get up close to someone and then release a quick shot that way. So the point blank shot pretty much just increases our damage on most of what we're doing. Look at Demeter boons here. We haven't decided what we want necessarily from her. If we get a high percentage on the attack, that could work quite well. Let's see what she offers.
Someday, my little sprout, you'll gain the surface of your father's realm and see my handiwork. Until such time, I'll come to your aid as I can. It's quite the entertaining pastime, honestly.
Okay, so she's not shown us much. Tough call, tough call. I think that because this special is only common, we know that we don't love her aid. I'm gonna take Ravenous Will. It won't do much for us, since we're on the Stygian Soul. So our cast regenerates in 3 seconds, so we would have 3 seconds to take advantage of this buff every time we cast. Whereas on the other one, you could throw all your casts and then just not have them. I think we're still going to take it just so that we don't consume either of these slots just yet.
Perks you right up.
I want to see what other gods were offered in this run. We have more than 150 gold, so I'm going to go towards the heart container. I am not the most practiced at Rama, so I will likely take some damage here. Yep. Just because it takes a little bit longer to charge, it can be a bit tricky, especially if I'm trying to get that dash strike damage.
Much better.
Okay, so we're offered the mid shop early here. Poseidon. An interesting. I think we will take Poseidon because he could have the boon that helps with our farming.
I'll pay for that.
Nothing comes freely for the mortals on the surface, nephew. And from the sound of things, it isn't any different with that Charon character.
Yep, here we go. So Ocean's Bounty is going to give us 50% more darkness on each of our boss kills. It doesn't necessarily help with the build, but...
Doomstone. High.
Alright, so Doomstone is a decent representation here, because I can spread the shared suffering to all of those, and then as I'm shooting at Doomstone, I also hit those.
Broken to bits. In the name of Hades.
And just deal even more damage. Okay, so we could take the attack here. 53% is pretty good. It's not as high as, say, Aphrodite, but, you know, put a palm or two in it, and we're looking at a really solid increase on damage. not upset to see it at all. Oops. Alright, so I can bounce around a little bit here to tag things with shared suffering, and then try to line up a shot where I'm hitting multiple targets. We could take the palm. Chaos offers us a whole bunch of potential buffs. Since we're using so much of the kit on this bow, there's a lot that we could get from Chaos.
You have met many of the Olympians by now, each spurring you toward their mountaintop. They place such value on familial bonds, but none of them remember who I am. Do not place too much faith in them, O son of Hades.
Okay, so I know that there's a shiny purple epic with 75% damage bonus on the special. But if we're playing this the way that we're currently building, we're not using the special for more than tagging for shared suffering. So I'm actually looking at taking the attack increase. I know that it's only like half as much. But I still think that it is going to benefit us more. Take an Artemis boon here over the others, though we will try and... We'll need to try and build our gold before... Ooh, right. Those things are gonna toss bombs. I gotta be moving around. Or get out of range of the bombs.
In the name of Hades.
We'll take the purple pressure points. Mostly because purple pressure points is a lot of P's. We like the plosives. Purple pressure points. Purple pressure points. All three of those boons are pretty good. We'll just take the one with the highest rarity because... So, just tagging them with shared suffering to increase damage. I probably don't even really need to increase damage right now. Oh, this is another cool thing. The shared suffering is good at helping us clear armor. Because it is counted as a separate instance of damage, it can crack the armor and then deal additional damage beyond. That'll be more useful in, say, Elysium. But we'll go for the trial here, because we are just trying to build our boons out. We're not looking for a duo or anything. I'll take Artemis first.
Right on the mark.
Okay. We're looking at a purple special here. I guess it doesn't matter too much that it's purple, since it's, like I said, it's not where our damage is coming from. But it does give us a chance to crit, which is thinking ahead to the next step.
The last traces of color from those cheeks of yours.
Because it shoots so many times and has crit chance on it, we can get Hunter's Mark. And then when we're tagging things with our special, we can be applying Hunter's Mark as well to add crits to our damage. Ooh, having the Chaos Boon in the trial is a little bit spicier than I was anticipating here. But, like I said, we can crack the armor with shared suffering.
A curse of chaos has been lifted.
Chaos Boon passes.
It ultimately isn't my intent to leave you in the cold like this, young Zagreus.
We could trade up on the special, but that would do away with what I had just said we were trying to do. So instead we'll take Killing Freeze and put Decay onto our attack. We're at the end shop. I don't have enough for buying a boon, so we'll take the free Ares boon here.
Ah, my kin. I sensed fresh bloodshed from you recently, the real kind. For you have slain the living near the surface, have you not? Mere vermin, yes, but good enough for me.
Ares' war on rats, apparently. Blood Frenzy and Battle Rage are both fine for us here. So I guess we'll just take the one at higher rarity. Since there isn't really a difference, per se. I tend to lose a Death Defy in the final fight, so... Or against the heroes. And if I'm playing on the back foot, then it can be helpful to have the extra damage. If I lose one against Tiffany here, I'm gonna be so sad.
Oh god.
It's because I took a ton of damage during that trial that I didn't mean to. All those bombs just started coming out. Ooh, okay. Very close. Unnecessarily close.
She's a bit much.
Alright. Pick up 85, only the first boss, so not the highest amounts that we'll see, but... we should pick up quite a decent amount of darkness. Alright, so our pool right now is Demeter, Artemis, and Ares. We still have room... oh no, and Poseidon. That's right. So we have all four. We have all four. None of them are excellent options for call. In terms of trying to prevent damage. Maybe Demeter is the best one for that. And since we can play back a little bit, I won't need to kind of spam it as much. Could also just take something like Poseidon for call. It'll kind of depend on what we're offered. So let's switch off the arrowhead. I think I'm just going to put on the coin purse to make sure that we have money.
Should help.
Moving forward. Heal myself just a little bit.
Closer to the surface.
We'll see what we are offered in Asphodel. But we have a solid structure on our build here with a
to Asphodel.
pretty good idea of where we want to go.
More bone rakers.
Alright, so I tagged a few of them there. And the more guys you can kind of tag with your shared suffering here, the more damage you're going to deal with each shot. So
The power of the gods.
we'll put this on our attack, since that is the base of our damage. None of us see Hermes. Hermes. Herman the Worman. Stood in that bomb, didn't mean to, but I did.
Message from Olympus for you, boss. It says, "It sure is nice up here upon this mountain, not having to escape the underworld. Come join us soon, won't you?"
Alright. We will take Hyper Sprint here. Just as kind of a personal preference, but also because it turns on the Hyper Sprint Rush Delivery combo, potentially, in our next Hermes room.
Ah, yes.
In the name of Hades.
In the name of Hades.
This one is off the record, Zagreus. Come on.
None of them have been on the
You might
record
want
yet.
to stand back there,
Why would I stand back? I have a bow. I gotta be in their face.
Next.
Okay, Thanatos, don't take my kills.
Yeah.
You thieving son of the goddess of night! How dare you?
Fighting. Time to die.
Wow, he got way more than I did that time.
Me strength.
Bye, Zach.
So we don't get the health there. He
Wish
was...
I could do that.
He was taking him away. This fight...
Trouble.
I would have liked to have tagged this guy, but I didn't. Then I got stuck. Cleared that. Yeah, you can hide back there. This time I have a bow.
In the name of
I can still reach you. What we really want here is Hunter's Mark. But I don't know that we want to roll for Hunter's Mark. I think we might just take Artemis's Aid. Maybe we just take the cast and fill that slot in. Here's Eurydice.
Welcome back. Thanks, Your Majesty. Though, you're not gonna get in trouble bringing me this stuff, are you?
No, I don't think I can get into more trouble at the moment. May this make your dishes that much more delectable.
Hey there, hun. So what do you think? Pretty good tune, right? Don't know how come everybody doesn't sing. Lightens the mood, passes the time. What's not to like?
What's not
It's a beautiful song. Even though you're angry with him, Orpheus, I mean, you're always singing still.
Oh, it's not Orpheus's song. You kidding me? This one's all mine. He always did like going on about how I'm his muse. Well, that's because I wrote half his songs for him. Bet he didn't mention that, did he?
Well, not exactly in those words, but Orpheus can be a little hard to pass.
He can be a little hard to tolerate. A quality I hope isn't going to rub off on any of his mates. I should get back to practicing. See ya.
Let's see. We're gonna take the palm porridge just 'cause we have a lot of buffs.
Sure thing.
Really hit the spot.
These are all fine. Those are all good hits.
Till next time.
See you
Get a
next
bit more
time.
coin going. Now that we've got some palms into our stuff, we're dealing a ton of damage here, so... That's pretty nice. Let me heal a little bit, because again, I've just... Because of the slow charge time and my lack of practice with this weapon, we're taking more damage than I'm kind of comfortable with, but... I don't think we can
I can use this.
get anything useful from Demeter now that we have the boons that we do. The legendary. We don't see it. We could take rare crop and just start to tune up one of our boons. Most of ours are pretty low rarity, so as long as we don't hit the special, it's actually gained value.
Cool, cool.
Nice. We hit pressure points, which we don't mind the drop in value because you don't necessarily feel the difference between 1, 2, and 3%. But gaining some extra percentage on it will be nice in the long run. Alright, so here I could put Shared Suffering on all the heads and then try and shoot multiple of them. To deal a little bit more damage with the Shared Suffering. We're phasing Lerny here pretty quickly. Come down this way, tag a bunch of these. Line up so that we can shoot multiple heads. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Didn't realize that one was smacking us. Still invulnerable, huh? So now that we have things on the line, we are doing pretty good.
Back to wherever your neck went. Duck first.
170 is a nice pickup.
Sure, why not?
Might as well catch this fish. We're moving to the... We're almost at the point where we're past needing these resources. But...
Slavug.
We'll keep picking them up just as we feel like it. You can always trade them up into things that we do need. Alright, so which keepsake would we like to put on now? Thinking maybe we go with the old spiked collar, or we just put on the Sigil of the Dead here. Sigil of the Dead will grant us more. I'm going to buy an additional use of Mort. And try to remember use him through some of these rooms. Sigil of the Dead will just buy us more damage on one of our big charge attacks.
I've returned.
If I time it right. Okay, so here we have access to our second hammer. There's lots of fun things that could enable. So, tag some of these guys. In this biome, we'd really like to see Hunter's Mark from... Alright, perfect. This is exactly what we wanted. Twin shot. Your attack fires 2 shots side by side, but has reduced range. Since we're already playing close range for point-blank shot, the reduced range really doesn't matter. It charges up slow, but as we are in close and dealing heavy damage with our attack, we're really going to see just massive pickup on how fast we can drop guys here. Okay, so go in here, tag a bunch of these.
It's Hermes.
And there's Rush Delivery. We get a 50% damage bonus. So it's 50% of our speed increase.
Let's see.
But because Rush Delivery gives us a 100% move increase... Sorry, Hyper Sprint gives us a 100% move increase. You combo that with Rush Delivery, which is 50% of your move increase. Every time we dash for, half a second there, we're picking up a 50% damage increase. And since we're already going for dash strikes to get a 60% increase, we're getting just a ton of damage on all of our dash strikes. I'm gonna go to the trial here. Because we want to see Hunter's Mark from Artemis.
Lucky find.
Bless you, Zagreus.
We do see Hunter's Mark. It's a common, but we're not going to let that bother us.
Apparently, my crusty elder brother failed to teach you any manners if you deign to thusly spurn my offerings. But I can teach you yet.
Alright, I'm going to get taught a lesson by our uncle here. See, so I put the shared suffering on, and then also because I'm shooting 2 arrows forward,
Let's give him a show.
the armor is just cracking so quickly.
Now that was truly finely fought indeed, nephew. And I've a suitable reward here just for you. Don't even know what I was mad about.
Alright. Wow, none of these are impressive. I guess we just take Hydraulic Might. This offers so little in terms of rewards that I just don't think that taking this is going to benefit us in any way. I guess we just... The first 10 seconds of our encounters will be stronger, and even though they will kind of last longer than that, we just take it for what it is.
Flame wheels.
Alright, so now that we have Hunter's Mark, we shoot a whole bunch of arrows that can crit. We'll hopefully see a bunch of those little green targets jump up when we're shooting into groups.
That's better.
We'll see Artemis again, why not? We don't really need anything from Ares, so...
Thanatos.
Hold on.
No, it's the butterfly chamber.
Got to go.
Who else? Lady Artemis.
Our pressure points has now been upgraded to purple. None of these are fantastic for us. I guess we'll just take Hidebreaker because we haven't taken it yet. No, it was the last one we needed for Artemis, apparently. So that's fun and neat.
What is it? I heard you vanquished Theseus however many times. Of or someone matching your description has, stranger. Almost had to laugh when I heard that. Though, I suspect he hasn't learned a thing.
What, you know him? Though, yes, he does seem rather set in his ways. Convinced himself that I'm some sort of demon from the lowest depths. Which, well, it's partly true, I guess.
Partly.
You're quite notorious around these parts. The tales of your father's monstrous son kept under lock and key within his house. Fear and ignorance make for great stories, no?
Suppose. We don't need the Kiss of Styx Premium. Hydrolite Gold. I'm thinking the Cyclops Jerky will benefit us the most.
Thanks.
We're missing a little bit of health, but not that extreme. We'll go for the Demeter Boon here, just because. Maybe we see the Legendary. Legendaries are fun. Because of the long charge time on our shot, I have to be kind of careful with the flame wheels here. No, stop.
Right there.
Still didn't see it.
How about a different set of choices?
Ah, it's not here. Alright. I guess I'll just increase our healing a little bit. Ooh, another shot at it, another shot at it. Oh, I should be more careful to not use our special on people that have the Hunter's Mark, so that we can be critting with our attack here. I guess it doesn't matter too much. Yeah, so our damage right now is very good. Getting both of these hammers is my favorite combination for this foe.
Hades.
There it is. Chill afflicted foes, which is anything we hit with our attack, shatter at 10%, inflicting chill nearby. The shatter damage is 50. At 10% health, they explode. And it just causes, like, chain reactions. It's so great. It's a very strong legendary.
How is hell treating you today?
How is hell treating us today? We'll take the increase percentage on our attack, special, and cast.
Don't spend it all.
And because we have money, I guess we'll just grab everything in the shop.
Please fight with me again, Asterius. I mean, just like before. You must forgive me my indecencies of late. This blasted fiend, his lies and treachery get right under my skin. Or the phantasmagorical equivalent.
Swear something to me, King. That you'll discard your fears about our bond. The short one here is never going to break it. He doesn't even understand it. The only one who can break it is you yourself.
Oh, my dear friend Asterius. I see, of course, you're right. You're right. You're right. And I solemnly do swear to you indeed that I shall never again doubt our brotherhood, nor shall I ever listen to this fiend. Together, now and always.
Aw, they made up.
Well, glad that's settled then.
You know what? I'm gonna do this. We already pushed thanks to Than and shared suffering. Well, that was... Oh, they're getting to 10% and then the shatter is taking place. I don't think I have ever cleared heroes that fast. Even when I'm speedrunning, that is...
Some darkness.
What the heck just happened? It was so fast I couldn't even explain that I used the call to buff one of our shots. Like, just disappeared.
Again, my shade.
Thank you, my shade. Wowza. That was crazy. Okay, so a brief explanation of what just happened. I threw out our summon, and then tried to make sure that they both stayed in the area so that they would take the 3,500 damage. I put out Shared Suffering and hit them each with one shot, which is 2 shots from the attack. It was close range from point blank shot. Shared Suffering. At least one of them had the Hunter's Mark on. I think it was Theseus. Then Thanatos went off, and it put them both into their first invulnerability stage. I tried to. I don't even know that I timed it right, honestly. I tried to do the special, use our call to buff the attack, and then fire a charge shot at them. It moved Theseus to 10% health. He exploded from the Shatter Legendary on Demeter, so he died, which means Asterius took damage. And then we just did one more shot on Asterius. He hit 10%. He shattered and exploded. That was crazy. I'm almost speechless at how that turned out.
So close.
I think that's a very good demonstration of the power level that you can achieve with this bow.
Just got to get through Cerberus up there.
Whew.
Look at all that coin.
Alright, we see Artemis down here. I'm gonna go ahead and grab it immediately.
You hunted down a real bargain there in Charon's shop. Though how about we try a slightly bigger deal on for size right now?
What's the big deal here, huh? I guess we'll just increase the... Since we're already trying to critical, we'll just make it worth a little bit more.
Let's see here.
Let's see. We'll go with Poseidon
Should check
first.
this way. You.
I don't think there's anything we're really shooting for at this point. Oh, that guy died. We're just kind of playing it out to see how it goes. Missed gold in that room.
No, not the tiny vermin.
I don't even mind the tiny vermin. Like, at least come back here. Oh, he's not gonna. He's gonna do that instead. Okay, we almost have our call, so I will try and... Never mind. He's gonna hit 10% and get killed by a shatter before I can even use our call.
I sense that you've been marked by the elusive Artemis, correct, nephew? She shies away from most of us, so if she's taken somewhat of a liking to you, great.
Maybe it's because none of you listen to her. Lend her your ear. I don't want to take damage, so I don't really want to take this boon. But I guess it's, like, bound to happen. But at the same time, I guess we could just have a little bit more darkness.
See God's might.
Alright, 18 darkness is definitely not worth it. I should have listened to me of the other biome.
Going back. Got to find something for Cerberus. Should come in useful.
Go ahead and put this on our dash strike. And we'll chase another palm. Goodness gracious.
It's no use.
Plenty of use.
Found it already.
Alright, early chamber. Almost a shame because we're having fun here. This will increase the damage on our attack, which is where most of our damage is coming from.
Now back to Cerberus.
And then we'll go ahead and buy the heart container because
cheers, mate.
It is there. Fish a little dream of fish, I suppose. What do you think? Scuffer?
That's a bite.
Aha.
I caught a scuffer.
I don't know that we've ever caught anything else in this room.
The
prince compels the multi-headed hound to let him pass.
Please, Cerberus.
Thanks, boy.
Cerberus destroyed. His meal in 3 bites. Alright, let's see how the fight plays out against old Daddy-O here.
You serve Rama well, if you haven't already done so, I guess.
We get the animation because this is the first time we brought a hidden aspect to...
Boy. I said so even to Hera's face. I'm unsurprised that you are drawn to it, and yet... something has changed about it. I can tell.
Each time you bring a hidden aspect to the surface here for the first time, it fulfills a prophecy, and you get that cool animation. Hades again calls us a coward, even though the last time he did that, we beat the stuffing out of him. So, we'll go ahead and repeat that.
Chronoct has taken on the aspect of a divine preserver person of some sort, of whom I've seen mere glimpses, but seems definitely very capable and really rather brave.
I know not why the old infernal arms endear themselves to you, and I entirely care not in whose weakling aspect you bring them forth, only to fall to me.
We'll see.
Darkness.
Ah, he's gonna hide. Go ahead and tag that. If we get shared suffering on the skulls as well,
Darkness.
Can be good.
Zagreus, is this the best that you can do?
Mayhaps.
Let me know when this is over.
Enough.
Oops. Alright, so I'm gonna charge. He was already attacking, that's why he hit us, but I used the call and then started to charge our attack so that we could have the increased damage, the increased damaggio. The game knows that his health does not end here, so he will not shatter in this phase. But in the next phase, a bunch of these are going to explode. I need to be very careful how I play this. Ooh, didn't want to take that damage.
Let's finish this.
We don't quite have the call built. We would if I had taken the correct boon with Poseidon. So call, shoot him, deals double. Keep out of his range. Pushed him, nice.
You wish to anger me.
Gotta be careful of these stupid pots.
Not again.
Yep. That's the shatter animation. We got him to 10 and she took care of the rest.
The same as you. You win, boy.
That was kind of a very cool showcase of 2 different things. The first being the aspect of Rama, twin shot, point blank shot, having lots of crit on our, sorry, let me unmark this, special to pair with our Hunter's Mark. But then also the fact that we put Frost Strike, heavy hitting Frost Strike, and was able to get enough boons to unlock Winter Harvest. And the cool things that the Demeter Legendary can do. So I think that was a very fun, very cool run. Lots of stuff going on there. And we net an additional 425 darkness.
What lurks in the waters of the surface?
I think as I ended the last episode, like right after, I put our last 100 darkness into the mirror.
I got one.
Before I close the game out.
I am victorious.
So we had pretty much nothing starting, and now we're over 1,000. You do farm pretty good on...
The creatures are familiar to Zagreus, having fought countless satyrs and the like. But he discovers this time that not even satyrs possess the sheer, ferocious power of a startled mountain goat.
Defeats the god of death, surprises a goat, and meets his end. The classic tale of Zagreus.
Thank you, thank you.
Hypnos, you're not irreplaceable, you understand? If you don't shape up quickly, someone else is going to have your job.
Oh, I hear you loud and clear, Thanatos. And let me tell you, they will have the greatest job in all the underworld.
I feel like I'm not getting through to you, brother. Well, after the inevitable happens, don't come telling me I didn't try.
Oh, that's funny.
Don't worry, I won't.
He's finally returned.
Somebody raised you very well indeed, my son. Nyx, I suppose. I'll never be half the mother she is.
Aww.
She's done it for eons, while I'm only getting started.
For what it's worth, I happen to think you're off to an excellent start. Nyx did teach me a lot. Achilles too, and father in a way. But there is no replacing your presence. I felt that before we ever met, and now I know for sure.
Wholesome.
Thank you, Zagreus. Let's hope you're right. I nurtured very many plants, at least. Of that I can assure you. Perhaps my gardening experience provided a bit of a head start on this whole mothering thing.
Maybe.
Perhaps I'm part plant. You know, that painting in your bedchambers, it turned out rather well, didn't it? Some very talented shades around here.
Oh, it's beautiful. I tried to persuade your father to hang it out in the hall, but he's too coy about such things. Though I like it where it is. A reminder to us every day and night.
Still can't believe you let me hold a spear.
I need to see if I can get some more nectar. I don't know
these horrid things.
If we need any more. But...
Totally worth it.
I'm gonna go ahead and buy at least.
Need more of those, so here.
Guess I'll buy 2.
Could always use more keys.
Just in case I see that I can give some to someone.
I have to ask you something, Nyx. What is this debt you owe my father anyway? Forgive my eavesdropping, it's just... I heard the two of you discussing things, and it came up.
I was here long before your father. The responsibility to govern fell to me. Yet I could not manage on my own. I shape the darkness, ensure the integrity of the domain. I am less prone to census-taking and administering rules. I receded from such responsibilities.
It was too much even for you. So, when father arrived, you welcomed him? He helped?
I was quite skeptical of him at first. I thought his presence merely a cruel trick of fate. But he worked diligently from the start. Soon there was order where once there was none. I fashioned this house for him, and I maintain it still. We remain in partnership, in interdependency.
He's never taken advantage of you? Of your generosity?
No, child. He has not. He can be short with me, as you have seen, but that is the extent of it. We have found ways to reconcile disagreements. Though your relationship with him, it is more complicated than my own, I fear.
I'm sure we can reconcile our disagreements all the same.
As we get further, as we learn more about him, as he's started to come around and not take his shame out on Zagreus, we learn that Hades is, while he is short-tempered, he's an honest guy, and he is trying to do what's best. I think there's something very redeeming and almost commendable in that. Though, obviously, he really needs to work on how he treats people, deal with his anger. I don't know that there's a therapist shade he would listen to in the underworld here.
Be certain that you take appropriate precautions with the sigil of the dead that you now bear. Should some misfortune come to it through negligence,
It cannot be replaced.
Can't imagine what I'd do without your blessing, Father. But thank you again. I don't often inherit fate-appointed honors, and will take good care of it. Though, what if the Olympians catch on? Wouldn't do for everybody knowing that you're aiding me, even a little, right?
Correct. It would not do at all. Fortunately, the power of the unseen can remain well hidden as it pleases. What is it your instructor always says?
Fear is for the weak?
Indeed.
Fear is for the weak.
Pray tell me something, Zagreus. How is she lately, Eurydice, I mean. Her hair? Fall colors or full bloom? Her poise? As proud and supple as the oak?
She's a tree.
She's all right, Orpheus. Seems comfortable within her little place in Asphodel. The only thing that seems to bother her at all is when I mention you. Is there nothing you can do to patch things up?
Alas, I cannot change the past, my friend. So no. As you can plainly see by now, I'm dead to her. Rightfully so, at that.
But that's just a technicality. I mean, you're here, she's there. So what if you're not breathing anymore? You have all eternity ahead of you. Don't you want to see her again?
Don't I want to see my Eurydice again? Why, yes. That more than anything, my friend. Provided she wanted to see me. I tried once to disturb her everlasting rest, as you well know. And that did not pan out as I had hoped.
You're not making this easy, Orpheus.
Oh, he's not.
The fallen warrior in Elysium we spoke of. He seems like a good man, though. Was he always the despondent sort?
No, lad. I was that sort, I think, but he was not. He was one of the only men I knew who did not look upon me as a threat. He saw something in me I never knew was there, and in turn, with him, I felt, how to describe it, calm, whole.
What an incredible description of love from such an unlikely source.
I'm restless all the time. I can only imagine.
He had this wry humor about him, like he was wise beyond his years. A quality I trust shall see him through his struggles now. Although, I hoped residing in Elysium would mean he wouldn't have to struggle any longer.
He shouldn't, sir. And neither should you.
Struggles are mental, though. Obviously, he's just sitting in paradise, hanging out. We fulfilled the prophecy by bringing our bow.
It came to pass.
Oh, we earned all of Artemis's boons.
Grateful for your help, Lady
And we
Artemis.
brought Rama all the way to the surface.
Celestial Sharanga. It was my honor.
Working on some of this stuff. We have some gemstones. Let's see if we can start renovating the lounge some to... Alright, we'll get some seating.
This one, then. House contractor, I have a new job for you.
We've already got a rug, so we'll skip these. We'll get a treat
I
jar.
don't see why not. Cerberus won't touch these things, although some shades seem to enjoy them fine.
Seating covers is good.
Work approved. Oh yes, more comfortable seating I shall never use.
I'd better not catch anybody sitting down on that.
We'll hang some cured meats.
A fine display of dead meat seems very much in theme, I have to say.
You ought to be displayed with all the rest.
Oof.
Here's the fee.
Guess we'll add some more seating here.
Green is perhaps last among the list of colors I would have selected.
What do you know? Ooh, we'll expand the kitchenette.
Who am I to stop the shades there in the lounge from cooking up whatever it is they're making?
That would not have been next on my list.
Why don't you go earn some gemstones yourself then, Hades? Little spices? You gotta season the food of the underworld.
What are we supposed to do with that?
Cutlery set, of course, of course.
Paid in full up front. Let's see what we get.
I don't recall approving that expense.
I just did. Some serpentine tables.
I think the lounge will be better off with these tables here.
There were no complaints on record of the prior tables.
And then we'll be able to get ovens and fireplaces and maybe even this shortcut that's spending diamonds to get. So we'll see. Gotta interact with this here.
Having invested heavily into the cooking area within the House of Hades, the empty-stomached Zagreus can nonetheless find nothing fit to eat.
It's alright, wasn't hungry anyway.
The Shade just chops red onions day in and day out. Whoa! Now he's doing tricks. Alright, so let's do another run with Rama here.
Hey, pal.
Let's see, how do I want to... I'm thinking maybe this time we'll go with... We'll go with Artemis again, but we'll try and get Artemis on attack this time. And then we'll do something like, if we can pair maybe Dionysus's special to get the duo boon that increases crit rate. Could be cool. And this time we will go up to 5. So I'm going to take this off and turn on, I guess, middle management.
Okay, let's get this done.
See if we can get big crits on our attack. Ooh, start with a hammer.
Could use a little fine-tuning.
I could go for... Yeah, I'll go for point-blank shot again. Just because statistically it is unlikely that we see the same ones. I could get... No, you know what? We'll get triple shot since we want to focus on attack here. It can do similar things to the... two-shot. What was it called? Double shot, I guess? But if you really stick yourself in close to a large hitbox, there's that little triangle where all 3 overlap. So if we do this on Hades, we hit for 3 times value. The thing is, you have to be really close to get it to work. Most of the time, you're just going to get 1 on them, and it's not as effective. Point blank shot is my preference just because it's a little bit easier because they all go the same way. So you can be further back. We will follow the voice ominously telling us to fall into the abyss.
Oof. I was at times uncharitable with the goddess Nyx when we were closer long ago. After she bore her first children, I nevertheless expected her attention to remain undivided. I kept creating. When finally I slowed, I realized my mistake, but our connection had been severed by that point.
A little more lore between Nyx and Chaos. So we'll go ahead and take the same kind of thing we did last time, increasing our attack damage. Just have to be careful to dodge bombs. Ooh, okay, so here's Artemis. But Dionysus is the boon that we wanted to see, right? I said I wanted to put that on the special to go for the duo boon. We still have Artemis's keepsake active, so we are still going to see her. It's going to force her. So I'm going to take Dionysus while it's offered, because he is not guaranteed the same way.
Stay dead.
It does delay our strategy of building crit on our attack. We'll manage. We'll figure it out.
Hand it to you, Zag. You don't back down. You don't ever back down. What is this, like the 20th time that you've attempted to escape?
Maybe. Is it? I'm not honestly counting. We get the special. Excellent. Excellent. Plans coming together. So tag both these guys, and then we just keep shooting. Wow. They're gone.
Vast riches.
We can take the shop to look for a boon that we would like, or we can take the nectar to palm into our special. I think we're going to go for the boon, since our special's not how we're dealing the damage for this run. There's Zeus. Don't know that we need Zeus. This duo boon with Artemis is based around your cast crystals, and we can't get it because of the perk that we have. His duo boon with Dionysus is centered around Festive Fog. We see Artemis in the next chamber. I'm going to take Hermes here and try to increase our attack speed a little bit.
Here goes.
Since the aspect of Rama charges so slowly, having a little bit more attack speed buys us just a little bit of extra leeway. Alright, so we have to see more guys here because of the middle management. But if I can just tag them all with our special, all of a sudden I'm dealing that much more damage. So you can see how it's kind of hard for me to get close enough to hit them with all 3 arrows.
You found me, Artemis.
But it does work.
Lecher Dionysus counts you as a friend? I'm hoping that there must be some mistake, yes, Agrius?
Artemis, not a fan of the Lecher Dionysus. Alright, so we get the attack here. Excellent. Plan is coming together. Get a little bit of free coin. Sip from the well. Ooh, and we see these two. So you can't see the duo boon here. But we can...
One of them's not going to like this.
I think I'm going to pick Artemis.
I won't forget this.
We will take Hunter's Mark.
Oh, come on, Zack. Now that was not the choice I would have made. You messing with me, man? All right, I'll mess with you.
I'm just messing around, uncle. Or cousin. Oops, maybe don't stand in the hangover damage. Oh, I am again doing this with the Chaos Boon on, so I have to be careful of the... Yeah, I learned my lesson. Or not. Did we get witches last time, too? It's silly.
A curse of chaos.
Appreciate your understanding there, man. So let's just avoid this type of little shake-up next time, yeah?
Okay, so this time, I'm not worried about the damage that the hangover does, right? So, before we avoided taking peer pressure, because our Drunken Flourish was dealing 7, this is only dealing 4. The way hangover works is the most recent stack applied is the one that's dealing the hangover damage. We're not focusing on hangover for damage this time. We're focusing on hangover stacks to fuel crit chance through the duo boon. So we'll take peer pressure this time because it's just another way of applying more stacks.
That's good.
It's quantity over quality in this instance. Going for the palm because we don't have any on our abilities here yet, and we have multiple. We're not actually guaranteed to see our attack anymore because we took that trial so early. We did see the attack, though. So we'll take that one. Go for Athena here, her dash. One, because we need to listen to more of Athena's stories for epilogue. I'm pretty sure is how that one works. Wow, these things are just dying straight up to the special. So... I guess we do shoot a whole bunch of arrows, so we're actually applying multiple stacks of this purple hangover with the special, but...
There must be some unconquerable force or foe awaiting you just at the border of your realm and ours. You cannot even see it through a shroud of darkness there.
I shall make certain that your family knows it may take considerable time to surpass. So fear not, for we are patient here.
Yeah, last time that unconquerable horse was a mountain goat. So... Alright, we'll take the dash. The safety dash. So louts have a big enough hitbox that if I get in real close, I can hit them with multiple arrows. Lurney has a big enough hitbox that we'll be able to do the same thing. The Furies probably do not. Do I want Poseidon? I don't think so. I think we'd rather keep our god pool fresh for a fourth god.
Hope I didn't keep you waiting, ladies.
I gotta ask, how come you keep on showing up, Redblood? I thought you would have had enough beatings by now.
Well, you know, I've come to enjoy these visits with you so much, Electo, that I've made it something of a regular routine. Form good habits and then stick to them, I say.
You call this a good habit, huh? Maybe for me it is. Well, come here all you like, and I will be here waiting every single time. About once every 3 times, anyway.
She's charging up.
Oops, stood in the trap. Ooh. Okay, I can't see what's going on, but... Fortunately, I can see where the shared suffering... Ooh, a death defy. No bueno. No bueno.
Tell Meg I said hello.
Guess we only had 105 health. I didn't take any health containers. We just got one darkness to increase our HP. Alright, so which god would we like to see? We didn't take Poseidon because we've already maxed his hearts. Guess it doesn't really matter who we take here. So we'll just go for what's best on our build. No, we'll go for Dionysus. We'll force a Dionysus so that we can see the... Not that one. The duo boon. Which will increase our crit chance per stack of...
That'll keep me alive. Any boons worth giving up?
Hangover that we have.
Broke out of Tartarus. There.
We'll also try to prioritize health chambers for this so that we don't throw away or death defy again.
You got into a fight with my professional associate. You daft or something, cuz. Just about everybody that I know, they're all at least a little bit afraid of that one and his boat. Yet you think you can take him, huh?
Did it twice. Did it twice. Alright, so this is our second Hermes boon, because we bought one in the shop. Dodge, chance, auto reload, and side hustle are not particularly valuable to us, but I don't want to spend our reroll since we're searching for a duo boon. So I'll take side hustle because I had to burn all of our cash on a death defy to make up for my mistake. That's just good old-fashioned Rama right there. Okay, so we see Dionysus over here. I'm gonna go ahead and take that over the heart container. And over the shop. Obviously, we take it over the shop because we don't have any money to spend in the shop.
Lord Dionysus.
Boom! Hangover afflicted foes are more likely to take critical damage. Our current special is shooting, what, 3? So we're adding 4.5% per special. We'll go ahead and take Artemis here. Keep building into crits.
Barge of Death, you're here.
This critting is our... we have middle management on, right? Yeah. So you can see how much damage we deal as we put all 3 of the arrows onto a single target, like the crystal there. Just big chunks of damage. Boom, boom, boom. Cool. So we will take pressure points here just to increase our crit chances a little bit more.
Moving right along.
Happy to see a heart container. Oh, very happy to see it for free, too. Goodness. Didn't have a lot of damage for the fountain chamber to heal, but that is a-okay. Lots of good options for this palm here. Our attack is our biggest source of damage, but pressure points will increase our crit. Running into that bomb was pretty dumb. I don't know why I did that. Let's try and bounce some shared suffering around. Alright, we see the attack. Very happy to. Very happy to. We finally have enough money. We'll go into the shop. We don't have a 4th god yet, so it could be a random offering up here. We'll just have to wait and see. After we catch this fish. Got him. Ooh, a slobug.
That's one more fish for me.
So it's showing Poseidon again. We don't have Poseidon in the pool, right? I didn't, like, accidentally take something that I'm not aware of. I don't see him being super helpful for us, especially since we already picked Divine Dash.
Pleasure doing business.
So I'll buy this palm and increase our pressure points. I usually like to have my god pool solidified
To see you once again.
before Elysium, but not super necessary. And you saw we pushed Lerny super fast there because we just got right in close and dealt damage with all of our shots. A little bit hard when they sit in the lava, but we can sit right on the edge and still not take damage from it. Pass the shared suffering around. I'm getting close to smack with all 3. Kapow!
No more heads. It's beautiful.
Seems you're off to cooler climates then.
Suppose we are. We could take the dad keepsake again. It has tended to work out well for us.
Asphodel.
using
Thank you.
builds similar to this. Though we're focused very much on crit attacks this time. Last time we were doing more of a Hunter's Mark kind of deal. Which really wound up being a showcase for how strong the Demeter legendary is, but... Where are they?
Bright swords. Almost there.
So we got that guy entirely through the shared suffering debuff, which is strong.
In the name of Hades.
Alright, so we will take Blinding Flash. When we dash through someone, they'll take more damage from behind. Looking for our second hammer here. Hammers are good for Rama. Would not be upset to see point blank shot again. Especially since we have to be really on top of people to hit with multiple arrows this time. But we could also see something that increases our special. For example, the hammer that makes the special shoot more. The repulse shot does not do anything. It is exclusive to Rama, but it is when you use your charge attack thing, it does a blast wave, which just pushes enemies away. So detrimental to us as we're trying to sit close to them. I'm going to take the power shot as easier to execute and deals 150 plus space damage. We're not trying to be far away because we're trying to hit with multiple arrows. So we'll use this as incidental damage. It doesn't do... It's like... When it pulses at the max there is when you are supposed to release it to deal increased damage. It's hard to time and just typically not worth doing since so much of fighting in this game is actually just timing so that you're not taking damage from other things. Right? Like, we're more focused on enemy movements than concentrating on building our own damage. We attack when opportunity arises, not when abilities pulse. So it's not a very good one. Which is kind of unlucky because we have so many potential options for really strong hammers. I would have really liked one where our special shoots 4 additional times. Because that's more hangover to stack for more crit chance, but...
Well, Short One, it seems I must attempt to maim you here so that the king and I might finally stop you at the gates.
You know, you hurt me with this Short One business almost as much as with that axe. Why isn't Theseus Short One? We're the same height.
No, the king is greater. He is the greatest king of Athens. What are you? A willful son of a fickle god. I am beneath your father's notice, and you are beneath the king's. Now fight me.
Well, that's certainly a worldview.
I think not. Enough.
Enough, I suppose.
Well fought, Asterius. Olympus, I accept this message.
What are we looking for here? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Maybe we'll just take Bad Influence. Since our special bounces around. If we happen to be shooting into a crowd, which I don't... Ugh, just saying that kind of made my skin crawl. I should have phrased that differently. If we are AoEing multiple enemies, maybe we get kind of a passive bonus.
You're gone. Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. I'll put it on our special, since we are using it as much as we can. Don't need the trial here, so I'm just going to take the shop. I mean, I could take Zeus, but we don't really need him for anything. None of these are very good. I guess we'll just take the 20% backstab. Get a chance to see Patroclus here.
So then I'll just keep waiting here.
You must have met so many great heroes in your day, having fought alongside Achilles. Do you still keep in touch with any of them here?
Great heroes. Haven't you seen by now what they are like, stranger? Not all entirely what they're cracked up to be. But there were good ones, yes. Suppose they're mostly keeping to themselves, like I am here. Perhaps we'll run into each other down the line.
I'm gonna take the Cyclops Jerky again.
Take care then.
We need the healing more this time. I should have bought the healing in the shop, but I didn't. We need the healing more this time, but the jerky is just... It's so hard to pass up that much damage bonus when we're actually using the attack. Like, goodness gracious. You know, health, it comes and goes. Good jerky is hard to find. Oh yeah, needed to double damage on that eyeball. Good job, Elastic. You clown. So there's an instance where we just incidentally picked up 3 foes with Hangover.
Gods grant me strength.
Put it on pressure points. Do just a little fishing. I think it was really just that there was an enemy, I saw the call was up, and so I went for it. That was silly. I didn't think it, I just did it. Aphrodite, huh?
Thank you, mate.
Might as well. This would have been the one to pick up if I had not just bought the heart container. We would have gained more health. That would have been swell. I guess we'll just take a like weird passive 15% resistance kind of thing.
A challenger!
A challenger!
You know, Hellspawn, I have been thinking on this for some time, and I've a declaration I must make. I shall hear no more of your silver-tongued lies. You come here and we fight, and that is all.
What are you even talking about? I barely get a word in edgewise, much less Asterius over there. You know what? Fine. I've had it with you anyway.
And I've had it with you. Now come, Asterius, let's shut this blackguard up. Or shut him down, whichever you prefer.
Thanatos?
The champion himself.
Why is
Okay, so Theseus is Theseus's dash thing actually brought him out of range of our Thanatos. It's a little bit hard to sit on top of him with the Ares protecting him, but nonetheless, we have an incredible amount of damage going on here, so We can just kind of knock these guys out. Let's see. We're alright. We could take the money from this, since I don't think that it matters very much.
Ooh, that's cold.
We might see a cool boon down in the shop.
I can do this again. Check.
Alright, the 15% resistance just doesn't matter in my mind. It's like the spin attack from Hades deals 40 damage. 15% of that, like, okay, so you blocked 5, like, meh, whatever.
Here's the fee.
The difference between, take the cast here. The cast can crit, so it can proc Hunter's Mark. We'll take Dionysus. Not sure what we'd want to see from him, but
no thanks.
He has plenty of strong boons potentially, so. Yeah, we're just doing powerful aspect of Rama things now.
Not yet.
Same as we saw in the last run. Shared suffering plus lots of shots into. Can you come around the corner? Oh, you're gonna be a chicken? Fine.
Can't quite get acclimated to this smell.
Okay, so here's the middle management perk. It does summon an additional foe. An additional boss foe. We'll take strong drink. Obviously, it's way better if you take it early in a run, but here it'll still give us a 4% damage bonus when we do hit this last fountain. And if we take a whole bunch of damage from rats and such, tiny vermins, all that'll get washed away via the strong drink.
What's for sale?
We'll grab an extra use of our Mort. I suppose if we get lucky, this would last until Hades.
No way.
Though if it doesn't, I'm not super worried about it. I just don't know that we're gonna get to 450 to buy the like Dionysus boon out of the store.
Hey, a
Yeah.
Satyr sack already.
So it's probably better that we got
Of this stuff.
this. Ooh, nice. We can put this into our attack yet again.
Had quite an
4%
idea,
bonus on strong drink.
Could check the other passageways before I go.
We got the 300 here. Might as well just keep stacking it on our attack. Goodness.
The Guardian of Hell itself decides the time has come for a short break and
Snack. Sorry, I hit it just a little early.
I owe you one, boy.
Cerberus appeased. Satyr sack accepted.
Crisp, cold air.
Crisp, cold air.
You bear the sigil of the dead. I wear the helm of darkness. Even devoid of artifacts as these, we fight here without witnesses. In shadow.
If only everybody knew you had a mighty son most capable of cutting you down to size, with or without the ability to vanish suddenly.
A very boastful son, who often thinks too much of his ability. Come then, I'll make you vanish suddenly.
Alright, so we're gonna start by putting out the special. Which could make our crit, or oops, cast crit was the end of that thought.
You waste your strength. You'd not have made it here without Olympus, boy.
True. True, true, true. Alright, I want to tag him, put the cast in, vanish, and then hit him with all three. That was nice. That was a big chunk of damage. I generally find those armored guys to be just a pain in the ass, so I'm going to try and, with their shields, I'm going to try and just dodge them and then push him as fast as we can so that I don't have to deal with them. But it might prove beyond my doing because they shoot so much. Alright, never mind. We got him.
Got you. You asked for this.
Hey, can I have this?
Out of my sight.
We can throw that because it seeks. Ooh, I gotta be careful not to get hit now. I don't have very much health. Oops. It does seek, but it also hits walls, I guess. Oh, nice. Since the Rama casts bounce a little bit, if he's standing close enough to the pillar, I can catch him with the ricochet. I don't know if he's close enough here. Doesn't seem like it. Got him.
What shall it take? What shall it take for you to...
To what? He didn't finish the thought!
Again.
What shall it take for me to...
In the name of Hades.
Alright, so this one. Kind of fun. Focused on splitting headache. We could throw pressure points there. We could show Hunter's Mark there. Peer pressure was just another incidental way. Triple shot was cool. Obviously, Hades Aid, strong. But this was the core for this build here. Another fun, strong way to use aspect of Rama. And the high damage that it outputs getting doubled by the crit mechanic.
The ancient blood.
So we've seen... Let's go through the house, and then I'll talk about the next idea that I've got.
The mortal-loving prince would doubtless find that death still comes in a variety of different forms. One of the most common, yet perhaps least interesting, involves simply waiting long enough until...
Huh?
He just waited. Nothing killed him, he just kept waiting. Alright.
Please, everybody, hold your applause.
It was my duty to prevent him from getting farther. If I succeeded, he never would have found you. So this once, I'm glad I failed. I hope you know that, my queen.
I hoped, but did not know for certain till I heard from you just now, Overseer Megara. And if I may, I understand you have achieved an awful lot since I took my, leave of absence from this house. I see why Nyx and Hades put their trust in you.
Thank you, my queen. Then if there's anything else that I can do to help you reacclimate yourself, I'm always at your service. You are most welcome here.
Likewise, you be sure to let me know if my son there happens to make more trouble for you than you welcome in your life. All right?
As you say.
Saw your new pact of punishment out in the courtyard, Father.
New?
Impressed that you could find a parchment large enough to fit all the unpleasant stipulations. So you're taking even harsher measures to contain me?
Whether you consent to the terms of the pact is entirely up to you, boy. But in all your comings and goings, it is important that we have full knowledge of which property is being carried from the premises.
Achilles, sir, you happen to know whether Father authorized the transfer of a Macedonian Tau Lambda chariot to Elysium in recent memory? I ran into the former hero Theseus all joyriding about in one of those.
I know the chariot you mean. It's not just any Macedonian. It's modified, apparently by Daedalus himself. No earthly weapons can do what it does. Though, please don't tell me Theseus put on that mask.
What, you mean the golden matching mask? I saw him wearing it all right. Looked like a proper fool, I thought. What of it, though?
Well, I think that Daedalus would certainly agree. Heard that he fashioned that mask and outfit as a little joke. For someone deeply prideful and well unaware. It must have suited Theseus quite well then, yes?
That it did, most definitely, sir.
We still haven't hit enough pets for Cerberus's.
You know, mate, sometimes I worry that you're taking my tall tales rather seriously. You're not really going about and telling everyone this stuff, are you?
Come now, my friend. I know this is a test of faith. Of course I am committed to the spread of such heroic deeds as yours. And I do so enjoy getting to hear them first.
What have I
A
done?
moment. Hold, child. I have a message for you from my daughters themselves. Concerning the blade of the underworld in your possession.
Wait, you mean the Fates? And Stygius? I'm honored that they would have taken any notice of me. What is it that they want for me to know?
You know what this is? Content for the next episode.
They wish for me to impart to you these words, so that your blade, in turn, may hear them uttered from your lips. I see your kingly pardon from a prison of stone. Repeat them and remember.
I see your kingly pardon from a prison of stone. This must be for one of the weapon's hidden forms. Please tell your daughters I am very grateful, Nyx.
I shall, child. Although I'm certain they already know. Though whether they are aiding you or this is simply what must come to pass, I cannot say.
I'll take my chances it's the former.
That'd be the hidden aspect for the sword.
Prince Zagreus? I just wanted to say something. If you have a little time, I know you're really busy. I can come back.
Plenty of time. What's up, Dusa?
Wait, no, now's fine, of course. What is it, Dusa? I'm not so busy, by the way, and always happy to check in. Wait, is something wrong?
No. It's just the opposite. I can't believe you helped me with the lounge.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think anyone has ever helped me out like you did, cleaning up after Cerberus and the new rug and the kitchen and just all of this.
It was my pleasure, really. All of us use the lounge, don't we? This house can really be a lot, but in the lounge here, things are easier a bit, I think. I'm so glad we have you watching over it.
You really mean that, Prince? But you don't know what this means to me. I'm finally caught up on work. What am I gonna do? I don't know what I'm gonna do with all this extra time. I have to go and plan everything out.
Have fun. It's a better problem to have. Nice, we've unlocked Deuce's heart bar.
Here's all I caught.
Moving ever closer to that epilogue. We need any of that. Let's jump in over here.
I need to ask something of you.
Oh, hello, Thanatos.
Thanatos. I'd ask you to come in, but you're already here. It's really good to see you.
Just tell me one thing, Zagreus. Did you really mean what you told me before, that maybe we ought to take our time?
If you go to him, we've talked about this too much. I can't do it. It's just too weird. We were raised thinking Nyx was our mother, therefore raised thinking Thanatos was our half-brother. Just because we learned that someone else is our mom doesn't change that kind of familiar relationship. It's just too fucking weird for me.
I did. Sometimes I need to slow things down. I'm thankful that we've been on better terms lately, but I've been coming on too strong. Forgive me. You're my dear friend. I don't want to do anything to hurt you. Or anybody else.
I see. I understand. You're my dear friend as well. Though we have done an awful lot to jeopardize that lately, haven't we? Look, Take care, Zach. Be seeing you.
The nice thing is that Supergiant realized that just because you don't choose someone as a romance option does not necessarily hurt your relationship with them. There are no negative consequences for easing off in either of the relationships.
It's only a matter of time, I suppose.
So, got some more diamonds there. Alright, so for this last build on the aspect of Rama, which first I'm going to awaken this.
From a prison of stone. A future aspect. What sort of name is Arthur?
Don't have enough. Which is why we're going to do another run on the bow here. But aspect of Arthur, the Holy Excalibur. It'll be a
maybe this one.
Cool thing to do next time. This time, we're going to do something different with the bow here. Our shared suffering shoots a lot of projectiles very quickly.
Wow, now get a load of what you got there, boyo. Wait, really? That's for me? You just pulling my leg.
I'm really giving this to you, mate. Now go enjoy it, will you? Once I've finished pummeling you some more just for the sake of it.
So what we're going to do this time is build into the special. Zeus build like you've seen a lot of times, except instead of using the attack from Rama, we're just going to focus on using the special.
Lady Demeter her scornfulness, nephew, for she is still recovering after the sudden disappearance of her daughter. Though it was quite some time ago, the girl, poof, just vanished. I try to lighten up the mood around it every now and then, but no, a sore spot still.
Of course he doesn't show it to us. This butthead. Every time I want to do this, Zeus just says no. We'll take Chaos, why not? I can't really see a reason why we shouldn't, and it does progress this story a little bit.
I ask you listen, but not speak, O son of Hades. Whilst the Olympians, they do not ask at all. They merely send their messages to you, unprompted, providing a choice of blessing, but no say. I seek to understand their point of view, but it is difficult.
Okay, so facing more... All of these are really good, is the problem. Facing more foes and then increasing our attack damage was probably the best one for us. Even though we're not planning to use the attack all that much.
Let's shake this curse.
Maybe we'll bust it out here and there. We'll go with this one, because it gives us health. We don't have anything. The nectar would act as a palm, but we didn't get the special. Zeus is being a butthead. So from this hammer, we would like to see the one where our special shoots more arrows.
This bow could use a little fine-tuning.
And of course we didn't see it. We'll take Twin Shot because it's the strongest one.
Tuned up.
I mean, I guess if this plan... We should just stay flexible, maybe. If this plan doesn't work out, we can do it next time. Or another time after Arthur. But Did really want to show that this does work. Since the other two builds have been somewhat similar. Alright, let's show what an Erebus room is like.
Well, here goes nothing.
Maybe not the best to take with our Chaos Boon that increases, but I know that I haven't done with these before. So you have to complete the whole room without taking damage at all. That is the condition for getting the reward that was on the door. And it would definitely be easier with boons and not seeing increased enemies. But alas... that was close. I think this is the last guy, so we just kite him around a little bit. And then we get the parts containers. If we had failed, it would have shown us... we would have just gotten a red onion, and it heals you for 1 HP. And then Hades laughs at you. It stinks, but... that is an Erebus gate. You have to have a certain amount of heat per biome to get them to unlock. So in the first one here it's 5, it's 10 in Asphodel, and then 15 in Elysium.
There's something that I've wished to tell you, Zagreus. There is no shame in your upbringing. Many of us on Olympus, we likewise were born and raised under the strangest circumstances. Someday I'll have to tell you about mine.
Alright, so we can take the attack here. We don't see the dash, which is our common one, but the attack has a high percentage. So we'll just go ahead and take that. Since we want to keep the special open for Zeus, hypothetically still. But we're happy to take Athena because we need to fill the god pool so that we can see more Zeus boons as quickly as possible. Go for more darkness as it raises our health total some. Though maybe it would have been good to go for the key since we need to reroll into our specific Zeus boons. Yeah, that was the better option. But whatever. We make choices, we live with them. What's in here?
What do we have?
We don't have enough money to spend on, even with this here, we don't have enough money to spend on the yarn just yet. Because we don't know what our next boon is gonna, like, even who it's gonna be from, let alone what it is going to be, so...
Good enough.
I'll take this just for funsies.
Consider this a warning.
Since we are going to need a bunch of darkness in the not too distant future.
Fine, help yourself.
Mine.
A free 100 darkness is very welcome. Ooh, I mean, heck, a free 10 is welcome. Alright, so this is a Zeus boon. We could potentially get the... what we would want is the dash, and of course our special here to start. No, you did it backwards, you dingus! Alright, we'll take Jolted, because it's the next thing we need on the list.
You'd choose one of my my relatives instead of me.
Yeah, I guess it
was first to contact you.
I guess I should have taken Athena because we could fill the dash slot, and that's another core slot filled, so that Zeus would be more likely to offer us the thing we're going for. But instead, we're going to let him be a dipshit and not give us the boon we want.
You see, I have my father's temper, Zagreus. I am able to keep it in check, though I expect you to do your part.
Alright, we'll take the dash here. We'll take Brilliant Riposte here, because it turns on the potential for the legendary already. Dark container. Survival room.
If I could take a minute of your time.
From Chamber 12. This is the last combat chamber of the biome. So we won't be taking Chaos here. We'll just be going straight into the shop after this. The only way that we don't go into the shop is if the other room is a Zeus spoon. Remember, the room offered at the same time as the end shop for each biome is guaranteed to be free. It'll just be a boon sitting in the middle of the room that you go take without having to fight.
Why do I bother?
Okay, it's a palm, so we're going into the shop. We're really hoping to see Zeus. We don't. I will take Hermes.
Here's the fee.
Yes, this is exactly what we wanted. Exactly the boon we were hoping for. Swift Flourish at epic rarity increases our special speed by 30%. Now we can really just spam this thing. So if we ever get the Zeus special going, we're in a great spot for what I was trying to do.
I've been longing for a fairer fight with you. Maybe that's why you signed the pact. To pity me.
Oh, come on, Meg. We're not pitying you.
I have my reasons. Pitying you isn't one of them. Although I guess you don't believe me, do you?
Yeah, our reason is because we have to increase yours so that we can increase Lernie's.
If it's punishment you want, how am I to say no?
What if it's just our friend the Bone Hydra that we want to be in a smaller room?
Make you suffer.
I don't want to suffer. I'm not into that. Quick and easy.
Yes.
But not really special, because we've seen what it's like to have a high percentage attack damage on... Go away, Blood. A high percentage attack damage on our attack with Rama and Dual Shot. Twin Shot. It's not what we're going for. Come on, game. Let me show off the cool stuff. Just want to do cool things. Okay, we're gonna put
which to choose.
Poseidon on. Try and get Poseidon's dash. Because the Zeus Duo boon will be... Oh no, it will not be active. I goofed. I keep thinking that it is the other way around. That it's not have it's the Zeus boon that's not turning it on, but that is incorrect. I didn't think it through quite enough. The Sea Storm does not turn on when you have Tidal Dash. It does turn on when you have all of the Zeus boons that I always take. And for whatever reason, my brain always flips it, thinking that Tidal Dash turns it on and the Zeus boon that I always take does not. But that is not... It's confusing to live in my head sometimes.
See you, Tartarus.
Oh well. We still need to fill our God pool. Which is a reason why I maybe should have taken Ares. since we only have the 2, but c'est la vie.
Burn flingers.
Hermes, Poseidon, Artemis. Let's check Artemis. Ideally get her call or pressure points. Because we still have the Poseidon keepsake on, he'll show up. He will. But picking Artemis is a very good one. We need to keep getting her dialogue so that we can unlock her 6th heart, 7th heart, whatever it is. But also, she's just a solid player for this boon pool, this strategy we're going for.
Nectar you sent? Callisto and the nymphs and we popped it open recently, and it was really good. Had us positively frolicking about, so thanks.
Okay, nice. We got purple on the call. Excellent, excellent. Now we need Zeus, and we need to see our Poseidon. Hopefully this is not a hidden one. It's Dionysus. We don't want to pick Dionysus, because our 4th god is Poseidon here. But after we fight this mini-boss and get Poseidon, our god pool is full, so we'll be more likely to see repeats.
Go figure.
Which can slot us into Zeus. Also, our only core boons that are available are special, which we want for Zeus, and our dash, which is the one we want for Poseidon. So, working out.
Doubtless you have seen that we upon Olympus also lend our favor to the mighty Theseus, who bars your passage from Elysium. Now don't you take it personally there, because our blessings go to all who deserve them. Although we try to save the best for you.
Thanks. Oh, so it wants to show us the special and not... Man, we are just getting punished here. I'm taking literally anything that isn't the special, because... speculative gameplay. I'm trying to keep the slot open.
Ready for them.
Stinks when you're through Asphodel and don't have the build that you were trying to showcase.
Power of Olympus.
Put it on Jolted, since that'll be relevant when we do finally finish our build. Go for Hermes, because I can get an extra dash. Remember, our first Hermes boon was increasing special speed, so we will not have access to the Hyper Sprint combo this time. Where is it? Show me the way. There. Thank you, Artemis's call. For showing me where the enemy was hiding.
Come quickly, boss. You need to hurry up and get out of there. You're running out of time. You're not, really, but it's a bit of motivation, eh?
None of these are super strong. I guess we'll just take attack speed. Kinda, why not? Artemis, or I believe that's the end shop. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I don't actually care. I'm just gonna leave.
Begging your pardon?
I wanted to see what it was, and then just immediately clicked on it without thinking. I don't care about gemstones, so... It's Artemis again. Alright, fine. We'll look at Artemis.
Pleasure doing business.
And we'll take support fire, since ideally we'll be spamming our special a whole lot to, This is ridiculous. We're already at learning, and I don't have the one boon that I wanted at the start. Ugh. Not having rerolls is messing with the way that I think about this game, I swear. Or maybe it's that I've had rerolls on all my other files for so long now that I have lost perspective on how to play this game fresh. Either way. We will get there. I'll make it happen. Force Your Way starts playing. Where are you learning? That's what I want to do, except I want it to deal damage. And it won't until we get the lightning.
Bye for now, Lanny. Should fetch me something good back home.
The Hydra fell to you again, did it?
Did. Let me take the coin pouch just to be sure that we can buy mid-shop Zeus boon.
Yes. Elysium.
We'll just pretend. Since these guys have no health, we can pretend that I have the lightning. Whee! Oh, that guy has health. Not anymore. Alright, maybe in... Okay, here's the Zeus boon. In another episode, we'll be able to get the special right at the start, and then do a real showcase on running it down without having to be using our attack all the way into Elysium. But kind of depends on how fast we can get everything going, and then how long we want to see this series. I guess if you would like to see that, feel free to say so in the comments in this video. There we go, we got the special. Don't even care that it's at common, we just wanted the slot filled. Go in here so we can see another Zeus boon potentially. Okay, it's not Zeus. Take this first. We can see the legendary here.
The riverboatman Charon is beholden to your father's realm, but seems agreeable enough for a fair price.
Don't see the legendary. Willing to forsake Poseidon's keepsake. Poseidon's dash and take this dash instead. Funny because there's Poseidon right there, but we'll go in and take another hammer. We want to see the one that increases our special in some way.
The mess you've made here, Zagreus. I only have a little time until my next assignment, but this shouldn't take too long.
I suppose not.
Let's get things started then.
Alright. So now we're just going to use our special a bunch.
Next.
Instead of using our attack. And it's better when it's not just like one chariot on its own with a ton of health and armor. If we can get them to stack up, the lightning bolts bounce. I'm gonna start doing our call as well.
Don't do that. That's all of them. That's just the edge I need.
There you go. Relentless Volley. Your special fires 4 additional shots. That is going to turn our damage up a lot. So.
You held your own, I guess.
Hey, Fan, are you okay? I mean, with everything lately.
I am. Though thanks for asking, Zag. The risk of being close with anyone is sometimes things get complicated, fast. Admittedly, it's not a risk I often take, but in your case, it's been worth it, all in all. We're good, all right?
All right.
We're good.
Something
I'm not going to buy the healing because I see Patroclus here. And I know that I don't need Death Defies, and I know that I am not trying to use the attack.
Never quite considered. You're related to the gods upon Olympus, aren't you, stranger?
What do you mean by that, sir? Though, yes, my father being who he is, it means I have a lot of uncles, cousins, and the like up on the surface there.
Well, you would be wise to watch yourself with some of them, I think. Don't get on anyone's bad side if you can help it. Which, when I yet lived, none of us could.
So take the Hydralite Gold.
Thank you, sir.
Now that we've filled all of our core slots and don't have Poseidon on any of them, he's not really as tempting to take. I'm going to go for the Palm to try and increase our special, since we got it so late.
Anyone there?
Of course we don't get to. Let's put it on our dash here, I guess.
Come forth, fishes.
And of course we take the healing right into a fountain chamber room. So, not the most ideal, any of it.
Bite this.
The healing was also the only thing that helped, so... For health chamber, we have a lot of health, but... So now we just use the special, and it's a Zeus build. It's a rapid fire, lots of lightning Zeus build. Same way we've seen it run on the gun, same way we've seen it run on the fists, just at range.
My fist stronger.
Don't need the trial for anything. Come over here. We are just going to absolutely shred these things.
Good, come on in. Next.
Man, it's still not showing us the special in there. Alright, let's see if we can get another Zeus Spoon. Oh, man.
Boosted a boon.
We'll just save our money. We really want to see a Zeus Spoon so we can get double strike.
Come forth, blackguard, and you shall soon be crushed under the massive wheels of the finest chariot the world has ever known.
You only have that chariot because of me, you know. It's all because of a condition of the Pact of Punishment. Nothing you did or earned, so drop the act.
What? You claim to be my benefactor when in truth you are my figuratively mortal enemy? I'll do the chariot equivalent of trample you.
Hey. Start by throwing out Fan here. We're only going to hit Asterius with it, as Theseus immediately moves to the outside. Get away from him, and then we can just continue firing. I'll jump over here, use the Greater Call. She'll divide damage, but it's fine because we'll probably wind up building another one. Oops, don't want to be in his spin there. He's gone.
You're next.
I stood in a rocket, I guess. I took 50 damage.
I'll make you pay for this.
Once it goes into the slow-mo animation, I'm going to throw the cast, fire this, and as soon as that Greater Call builds, I'm going to rip it to finish him off.
That'll do.
And that was Extreme Measures 3, so they do have way more health. I know that we've, on the other aspect, destroyed them way faster, but I'm going to put on our Acorn Keepsake, I think.
Should be useful.
Store a little bit of health. And then maybe I'll look to sell something. I could get rid of the cast, but it stops coming up. Might as well just hold on to it. Because if we see another Zeus wound, I don't want him to offer it again, is the main consideration. Hopefully this shop is just full of Zeus wounds, and we can get Double Strike and the Legendary, but he just has been so shy. Yeah, look at this crap. He's not even up here. This is so annoying. Alright, so we'll almost certainly revisit this build when we have more selection available to us.
Not now.
Because it is really a cool, like, unconventional way to use this power here. The hammers and Hermes worked out for us really well. We got those locked down for exactly what we wanted. But Zeus was so shy, he just didn't want to show us his true strength.
This blasted place again. There we go.
Take support fire since we're rapid firing so much. I'm gonna go ahead and buy
Thank you, mate.
bombs, I guess. Ooh, we should take the Athena one because we could still see the Legendary.
A fishing point.
We have no issue clearing
Mine.
waves of enemies,
all right.
so we'll jump in here. Come down here so I'm closer to this snake stone. He will try to avoid me.
Should I take the trade?
I would have sold the cast that time, I think. Just because I'm angry at it. Taking a lot of damage. Gotta be more careful not to stand in the snake stone lasers.
Lady Athena.
Okay, well, nobody wants to show us.
Appreciate the backup.
We had some very good runs the past couple. I shouldn't
Need to keep looking down those
be
passageways.
upset.
I can use this.
We'll get more health. Even more health. Lots and lots of lasers. Pew, pew.
Easy.
See if there's healing in here. A little
Just
bit.
what I need.
Ooh, special damage. I don't think it affects our lightning bolts, but... Be careful. Just because that guy's playing in traffic does not mean we should. Though we can deflect the blades as they come, so we're more safe to play in traffic than he is.
Back I go.
So I'll take coin this time. There we go.
No satyrs. Cerberus just loves whatever this stuff is.
Duck.
Want something to eat, boy? Huh?
Show me the special.
I'll take it.
You butthead.
Juicy.
After deliberating briefly, Cerberus concludes that yes, he shall accept the sack.
He shall accept the sack. Sack full of foul.
Thank you, boy.
Foul sack. Fish
Been
down there.
waiting long?
It seems our realm has many weaknesses. I shall deal with them shortly then.
Alright, start by throwing out the cast for a little extra damage. And then keep away from him. Just spam the special.
Prepare. Darkness.
I actually didn't make it out of that. It consumed another acorn. Another charge on our acorn. Alright, nice. It spammed a whole bunch of garbage enemies. We can farm the ball really fast on that. Just wasn't paying any attention.
Nowhere to hide from me.
You are the prey, not me.
You sure? Sure I'm the prey?
Darkness. Right.
Phase 1.
Let's see you deal with this.
Alright, acorn's gone.
I have them in my sights.
Greater claw. There's the halfway point. He's gonna turn his back to us so that we can get even more damage. And Greater Claw. That was the idea, but it was supposed to go even faster and be even cooler. It's still pretty good, I think.
You're quite strong.
It's still pretty cool, I think. Right? Maybe?
In the name of Hades.
Alright, unmark everything real quick so that I can throw up the good stuff. We were looking for this and this. Very happy to see this. And where is he? Hiding. That. So this is what we were going for. We would also have liked to see Double Strike and the Zeus Legendary, but seeing Billowing Strength, which gives us more damage after we use Paul, or I forget which one it is that as you deal damage, it builds your call. It would be even faster. You just ramp up really quickly. Go ahead and catch, what do you think? Trout? Bass?
I think I got one.
Got a trout.
Yep, that's a trout.
Let's go back to the house real quick and see
innumerable ways for one to die.
What's going on there.
Danger-seeking prince has come to know a sizable variety.
Well, that was interesting.
Well, how often do you consult these lists you make? If you're spending too much time just making lists, you're not leaving time to get anything done.
Oh, I love making my lists. I always illustrate the edges. Each one is unique. That way, anyone who gets to review the work, it's a whole experience, you know? But I guess it does take up a lot of time.
You'll have to work around the constraints of your responsibilities. You do take breaks, don't you? Before and after each break, maybe that's a time to make sure your own list of priorities is up to date.
Wait, my own list of priorities? But you're saying I could just go and make a list for me? Huh. Oh. Whoa.
If that'll be all.
Returned, have you?
Zagreus, how am I doing as a mother? Tell me honestly. Nyx has had so much to share about raising you. Foods you hated or enjoyed, your natural abilities, your friendships. She knows everything. Sometimes I wonder how I can ever compete.
You're doing fine.
Mother, I think you're doing great. And I'm sure you know it's not a competition between you and Nyx. I just get the benefit of having two great mothers rather than one.
Aww.
Or zero.
Thank you, my son. I know I wasn't there for most of the hard part, but I'm here now. Though when I inevitably, inadvertently trample all over your feelings at some point, please tell me, all right?
It's a deal.
Alright, we can start
Mother, I know
maxing
there may not be many things you miss
this
from living on
relationship.
Olympus, though I wondered if perhaps ambrosia may be one of them. And got you some, because, well, here.
Why, this really is ambrosia. How did you even acquire this, Zagreus? It brings back memories for certain, and never the bad ones, which I think it must be why we prize this stuff so much. This is for me.
It is, of course. And it's my dearest hope that at some point long from now, when you're relaxing with a bottle of ambrosia, dare I say perhaps with father, that these memories will be among the ones that spring to mind.
Oh, my son. I shall certainly not need ambrosia to think back upon getting to know you with the greatest fondness. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome, Mother.
Hail, Prince.
Hey, Achilles. I heard from Lady Artemis out there. It seems you have a bit of a fan in her. She wanted me to tell you you're the best. She's not mistaken, by the way.
The goddess of the hunt herself said that? That's very flattering to hear. Good thing she doesn't know I'm all washed up by now. My memory is of my glory days.
Hey man, I'm sure you're still killing them. Maybe not
Father,
literally,
you always said
but
the Olympians wanted nothing to do with our kind. But doesn't Charon work directly with Hermes? Maybe it's you who wants nothing to do with them.
I want nothing to do with them, correct? My hasty nephew assists Charon out of necessity alone. Not even Thanatos is able to keep up with the rate at which mortals expire and must then cross our borders.
Want me to pitch in? Just give me your blessing and I'll head straight for the surface.
No, I think not, boy. You are born of this realm. The surface is a windswept waste. You don't know how good you have it here.
You're right, I don't. I always meant to ask you, Orpheus, where did you learn to sing like that? Was it really Apollo himself who taught you?
Oh, I learned from many different sources, Zagreus. That is, before all of my inspiration started coming from a single source. I credit my accomplishments to her, and to Apollo and the gods. And to considerable time spent practicing.
Apollo is not in this one, other than a reference like this. But I believe Apollo is supposed to be a god in Hades 2. So, looking forward to seeing that.
It certainly paid off.
Here we go.
Ambrosia.
Batty.
You know the penalty for attempting to sway an overseer of the House of Hades with foreign contraband, don't you?
I can't entirely say I do, though if it involves lashings and whatnot, I already get more than my share of that, so figured I would take the risk. So what do you say?
I say hand over the damn bottle. I'll see that it's disposed of properly. Now, as for you, you wouldn't know who misplaced something like this, would you?
Theseus.
On my authority as overseer. Hang on to it. Though if you tell so much as anyone.
What? Wow.
Nice.
I'll cherish her.
Batty is my favorite of the
You and your
companions.
sisters really don't get along well, do you?
Alecto and Tisiphone and I each have a different outlook, I would say. We've learned mostly to stay out of one another's way.
That doesn't sound like a healthy basis for a relationship between siblings.
Are you lecturing me about healthy relationships with families, Zagreus? Your family, your father's family, is the most broken and corrupted in the history of the entire concept.
Fair point.
Maybe true.
I didn't mean to sound like I had any meaningful advice there, Meg. We're stuck with our bloodlines and our relatives, aren't we?
Your family cut their Titan parents into pieces and then scattered them in Tartarus. Remember that when next you tell me about family.
Hey, I mean, she's right.
I'm much obliged.
Do a quick check here. Ooh, we could trade an Ambrosia for 500 darkness. I think I'll do that.
I'll take that deal.
Though we are at the point now where we need to be spending Ambrosia on various relationships. We're also going to wind up needing that darkness pretty soon. So what was the thing in the lounge we were going to get? Oh, the shortcut.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I like being able to just cut through here a little bit faster.
Feedback.
You think you can avoid me through there, boy?
It does very little, but I like it. Alright, so we're going to buy the oven.
All right, house contractor, go do your thing.
So like I can bake all the onions he chops, then we're going to buy a...
No way.
Nope, we're not. We don't have enough money yet. We'll get there. Wood-burning fireplace, and you could turn that into like a stove, and all sorts of cool stuff. But speaking of cool stuff...
What's the good word?
Say, Skelly, how'd you get here anyway?
Oh, you know, just kind of zapped right in like Papa lets us do. Some of us sometimes. Why do you ask?
I meant, how did you get to the realm of the dead in the first place? Lord Hermes whisk you to the entryway? Thanatos scoop you up? Charon give you a lift? What?
Oh, well, that's a little personal, don't you think, boyo? I don't like to talk about it much. So, if I could have a little privacy...
Dude.
Hey, now that's what I'm talking about. Thanks, boyo. Won't forget you doing me a solid like this. Cross my heart.
No need to thank me, mate. But don't you dare forget it, or I'll attack you repeatedly and without mercy.
Alright. So...
You're no mere weapon, are you?
We will unlock this, the aspect of Arthur.
Good to go.
And we'll have the aspect of Arthur to look forward to
Yeah, that's got a nice little kick of heat to
in
it.
the next episode. So this one went a little bit long. Ah, no, we're right on time. Thank you so much for watching, hanging out. I hope you enjoyed seeing the aspect of Rama. I think we got to do some really cool stuff with that. We'll check out at least a couple of builds on the aspect of Arthur next time. So be sure to tune in. See you then. Bye for now.